Here are the ingredients for my potting up. We have perlite, we have Coir or Coir, which is what I generally want to say when I talk about this potting medium. We have an extremely large bag of worm poo, and obviously we have the bark. I'm not sure if I need the bark, but Kaylee said that you need bark, and if Kaylee says you need bark, then you get bark. So these are all my ingredients, and I'm now going to start getting the Coir or Coir ready. So I dunked this first brick this only brick into this water. Guys, it is unbelievable watching this stuff do its thing. You cannot even appreciate it watching this video right now. I mean, even the noises it makes, it churns away, it works away, and all you can do is just stand and watch in awe. And it was so good that I did another one and I filmed it again so that you guys could see this. If you have kids, you should be doing this as a science project at home. I think they will be completely fascinated. It is so good, honestly. It just does all this right in front of your eyes. It is so awesome. Anyway, so I ended up with a little too much. As you can see, that is from the first section that I dissolved, if you like, in water. And secretly, I enjoyed mixing that with my fingers. Now you can see me using a large spoon, if you like, just breaking all that up and getting it ready for the perlite. And I think I'm just about to add the perlite now, which is basically a bag of air. It is like weightless. There's no weight in it at all. And I paid a couple of pounds for that. Anyway, now I'm mixing it in with my now defunct kitchen spoon because I thought I had an old spoon, but I couldn't find it. So I had to use that. But you know what? I later found out that it's actually very handy. Oh, here is the worm poo. Now, I couldn't record and put that in at the same time. I was afraid of too much ending up in the soil. Here is the bark. Again, I don't know if I needed this, but it can't do any harm. It's good for airflow and whatever. And I've always heard that plants can go in a little bit of shock when you pot them up. So this should be good for that. Guys, I actually enjoyed stirring all this, and I enjoyed the sounds that it made as well. I know that sounds really weird, but if you enjoy ASMR, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. So I gave it a good mix. I don't know about you. This is the first time I've ever done this, and it looks pretty impressive. There's lots of perlite. There's a good bit of bark. And as I said, I think I'm showing you the spoon here, which is now no longer going to be used in my kitchen. It is now for my planty things. You can see that the place is basically destroyed. There's soil everywhere. I'm walking in the soil. It's in the worktops. I've got extra soil lying around. I'm not sure why I'm pointing at the box. There was obviously a reason for that. Oh yes, I remember now. I've got so many things left over, and I only bought those boxes recently out of Lidl. They were $14.99, 3 of 3 different sizes, and they're pretty unbelievable. They came in really, really handy for me today. So a little bit of quality issues here with the camera because it was a reverse camera and it just wasn't as crisp. Anyway, there's the Chinese money plant. There's my terracotta pot. Guys, I'm going for it. I'm going straight into terracotta. I think I've been doing this long enough now to just try. So, you can see that the plant is ready. The roots are very established and it's about time. This plant is ready to go. So you can just see that there. Nice root system. It has been propagating for months. I'm embarrassed to tell you how long it's been propagating. So this is me getting ready, but then I forgot to cover up the hole in the pot. So you'll see me backtrack a little bit here to address that. So here I am getting ready to go. And then obviously the penny drops and I grab a little bit of card and I cover the hole at the bottom. I saw Dirty Roots doing that. It's an Instagram account. And if he can do it, so can I. This spoon is excellent because of the pointed tip. It really helps you direct soil better. So it was actually a great find. So I've put a little bit of soil in the bottom, and now I am starting the process of putting the soil in around the Chinese money plant. I am quaking in my boots. I don't know what I'm doing, but I have the hands of someone who looks as though they know what they're doing. So what I'm doing, obviously, is just putting look, it was all going so well, and then I just, soil explosion. Anyway, so I'm just putting the soil in and around the plant. And to be honest, I was trying not to use too much bark, but I was putting the soil in quite lightly because I do think there's a transition period for plants that have been propagated in water. That eventually are potted in soil. I do think they go into a little bit of shock. So I actually wanted to keep the soil very light. So I didn't press down very hard. I wanted to keep it so that there was a good bit of airflow in there so as not to shock the plant too much. I'm actually sounding very knowledgeable. I'm really not. So I'm continuing to make an absolute meal out of this. It's taking so long. Because I just wanted to make sure I did it right, especially as I was recording this as well, because you don't want to do this and then realize that, the plant is like at a 45-degree angle and then have to do it all over again. So this is me just being fussy, being a fussy plant parent and making sure that I'm filling in all the little gaps, but not pressing down too hard because, as I said, I want to keep the airflow in the soil. And I should be done pretty soon here with this situation. Please, I may have to edit this and cut all of this out. So I think that's me just doing the final. Yeah, that's me just doing the finishing touches. And I think I grab a little bit of kitchen towel here just to tidy up the edges. There you go. Just tidy that up a little. And then I'll probably put some of those little felt pads on the terracotta dish so that it doesn't mark my surfaces. So I'm just doing a couple of finishing touches to make sure that the plant is in there nicely and it's stable. And that's it. It took far too long, but my first ever propagation attempt has reached its final stage, and now I have potted up my plant. And now for that beautiful close-up with nice natural daylight. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if I did anything glaringly kind of bad, let me know in the comments.